right, are we up and running? Let's make this happen here. So checking in. Looks like it got a little bit of delay on the OBS here, getting loaded into. There we are. OBS here. There's a lot of noise going on in the background. You may or may not be able to hear all that. Wow, we'll see. Hopefully, this won't be a tragedy. So give me a second here. Hey guys, just give you some spiel here. My name is Phil Kearney. I create role-playing games. I illustrate them. I publish them online. And right now we are looking at Spelljammer Combat and Exploration. We are creating new supplements to support this book. Currently, we're making a small supplement with 13 subclasses, one for every class that's currently in the official Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition set. When we were here last week on Wednesday, we had built out the Artificer, Bard, and Barbarian, and we took a crack at the Cleric, but I wasn't really happy with those results. I think there's some cool stuff there that I can extract for use with a Wizard navigation class, but I wasn't really happy with the Cleric, so I'm going to punt that one back. We're going to take care of the low-hanging fruit first, and build out from there. So let's see what I can do to fix my setup here. There we go. And yeah, I'm on Twitter X platform at Phil Kearney. You can catch me there. I boost signal and stuff like that whenever I can. And like, subscribe, hit the bell icon. Hello. And so, hey, what is up, Super? So let us get into, let's see. Here's the asteroid belt mining campaign that I built for Eberron. Here is the Warforged Machines document. Can you hear that? That crazy loud noise? Hey, Karen. If you can't hear that, God bless you. You're lucky. Apparently, they're doing power washing outside the building right now. So, yeah, sorry about that. I have no idea when they're going to fuck off. Maybe it was just now. So, yeah, so we have the Artificer built. We have a Barbarian. This stuff. It's like a 500-foot wasp is buzzing at my window. Let's see. Full content creation stream is here. Oh, the work in progress document. Here you go. Google Docs. Yep. Spelljammer Subclasses. There we go. So I got an hour on the clock. We took care of Barbarian, Path of the Raging Pilot. We have the Artificer Siege Engineer, which is manipulating siege engine mechanics, creating and commanding siege crews. The Barbarian is using Rage to help pilots in combat and defend the ship from damage. Kind of borrowing from, borrowing a bit from the Frenzied Berserker at the pilot scale. And Bard, we have College of Command, which leans into command dice. And we took a crack with Cleric, but I wasn't happy with it, so I shunted it to the end of the document. But let's see. We'll go with Fighter. God, that is goddamn ridiculous. Go with. Siege Commander. This might have some. Let's see. This might have some overlap with the Siege Engineer Artificer, but we'll see. I think we can lean more into the less about siege engines and maybe more about commanding crew members, which is a little bit of a difference. So, so let's see. And of course, obviously, this is all using the Spelljammer Combat and Exploration mechanics that we published. You can see a link to that here on DMsGuild here. So all the mechanics that we're going to be using from this are going to be extracted from this work that we built in one way or another. So it's built to take the ideas that we built in the Spelljammer document and to build them into. Here, let me go ahead and let's see. Characters. No, that's not it. Martial powers, LTA. Let's go to LTA, Spelljammer, and we'll go to Final, and then I'll just peel open the PDF here. Sure, whatever. There we go. So let's go back up to the front of the book. We'll probably, this is 107 pages. It has like fleet mechanics, upscaling ship maps, melee combat options, character action economy to pilot ships. It has in-depth rules for exploration and how to navigate the astral sea, as well as how to build wild space systems. It has a random generator that we have here, and it has a full 25-page conversion guide for using all of these 80 pages of mechanics to rebuild how Lattice Araxis works as a demonstration for how you can use this to lean into your own campaign. So I suspect we're going to be borrowing off of this during the course of the session. So I'm going to have it open and prepped and ready to go. I also need to have DMsGuild, D&D Beyond open so we can reference the scaffolding for characters. And since we are working on the fighter right now, I'm coming in rough and raw on this. So I'm just going to grab the Battle Master off the cuff. And let's see, we have third rank, we have third level, and this is probably the wrong one to use. Let's go to Samurai, they're more condensed. So we'll have third level. I should separate this here. Let's go fetch. 3, 7, 11, 15, 18. Isn't that how it scaffolds? Third, 7th, 10th, 15th, and 18th. Single weapon artificer. Siege weapon artificer is never something I knew I need. glad to hear it. Yeah, it's great. They start off with being able to help your siege engine crew act more efficiently, which would make sense. And then it eventually evolves into you can create your own siege weapons. And then it caps off with you can awaken and animate the siege weapons so that it can become its own crew and it can become your ally. Just to brag on that real quick, something I really like about this, if you hadn't seen it before, obviously you can check the first episode of this to check it out, but something I think is really fun, let's go to ranged ship weapons. Something that I think is super cool about this, and it's pretty subtle, but so that's why I wanted to point it out. The Artificer gets Tensor's Floating Disc as a bonus spell. And Tensor's Floating Disc, D&D, Tensor's Floating Disc. It has, here we go. It has it can hold up to 500 pounds, and you can scoot it around as though it weighs nothing. Coincidentally, from the DMG, a ballista weighs 500 pounds. So you could take a ballista, activate a Tensor's floating disc underneath it, and wheel you can wheel a ballista around with you on a Tensor's disc. And then if you have a siege crew running around with you, just take a ballista wherever you go on that Tensor disc. I just thought I'd point that out. I think that's kind of fun. So obviously we had to add it to the list. Yeah, Fabricate, so you can actually just create a siege engine out of nothing. And both Animate, Object, and Awaken become options for you as 5th level spells at 17th levels so that you can make friends out of the things that you build. And so they'll follow your order. Okay, so then let us get into what can we do with the fighter. 3, 7, 10, 15, 17. Let's see. I honestly... we're coming in raw, so we're going to just do some ideation stuff here. Let's just, however far we get along here, that's fantastic. I have no goal other than eventually getting all 13 of these things done. And thanks, Karen. Appreciate it. Let's see. Leading siege crews is kind of obvious. Pilot combat options. We could go Battlemaster route. We already have in the Warforged Machines, we already have a selection of martial powers that we've been developing that have been translated for use into use in vehicles. Let's scroll down there and take a look at what we can do. In this book, we have it presented as gear that can be equipped to your Warforged machine to then be able to enhance its effects. Like, what's the cool shit that we have down here? Bait and switch. When you're adjacent to an ally of equal or smaller size as an object interaction, you can switch places with your ally, provided you spend at least 1 square of movement. The ally is willing and isn't incapacitated. This movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks until the start of your next turn. You or the ally gain a bonus AC equal to the proficiency bonus. So, like, these are all... There's 25 of them here, so we could cherry pick some of these things for the fighter to be able to just do, like, while you're piloting. So, while your fighter is piloting, so I guess it could be, like, maybe instead of Siege Commander, we could call it maybe something cheeky like a fighter pilot. Let's see. Insert flavor text. Let's see. Combat maneuvers. Let's go. 3rd level bonus proficiencies. When you take this archetype, you become proficient in piloting. Become proficient in piloting. Perception. And the perception skill, period. Let's see, combat maneuvers. Your training as a combat pilot allows you to perform feats of heroism. Your training in combat pilot. Maybe I want to say this. Your combat prowess extends to your skills as a pilot in I'm horrible with flavor language. It's like my strongest weakness. So take that with a grain of salt. But let's pluck this out. I think I want to save some of these exploits and reactions for the rogue stump pilot that we're planning. But for the fighter, let's see. When you make a pilot check to grapple or break free from a grapple, you gain expertise with and roll with advantage. Holy shit, that's strong. So, starting at select 3 pilot maneuvers from the list below. You gain an additional maneuver 7th, 10th, 15th, and 18th. You can swap any number of maneuvers known whenever you gain a level in the fighter class. So let's just start laying some shit in here. Grappler. I'll bold the ones here that we picked down here, so I know not to take them again in charge. When you move your vehicle as an action or object interaction, you can channel this power to prevent triggering opportunity attacks due to your movement. The first attack you make during and after the movement can roll with advantage. That is going to be a rogue exploit for fucking sure, because it really just leans into the whole roguey motif, right? So let's go with the rogue stump pilot down here and start plucking them and put them in there. You'd think that charge would be a fighter type thing, but everything about that, you get to use your bonus action for free as part of your object interaction, and on top of it, you get advantage to the attack, which would allow you to trigger your sneak attack as a pilot. So that's really good for a rogue. This actually, if we break up maneuvers this way, you'd be able to go 3-3, like rogue 3. Fighter 3 for a 6th level character, to be able to double stack the number of maneuvers that you know. Not bad. Let's see. So that's that, and we got the grappler. All I really need is, let's see. We're gonna have. We start with 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we probably need 15 total. Let's see if we can do that. Keen awareness. You gain expertise when you make an ability check that can use the perception or investigation skills, or while using an orrery to make a scanning check. It should say scanning check. Let's see. That's keen awareness. That feels more rogue. That feels more rogue than fighter, so let's bend down there and drop it down here. Keen awareness. Dum. Exploits. Bait and switch. Bait and switch is pretty good. When you're adjacent to an allied ship, when you're adjacent to an allied vehicle of equal or smaller size as an object interaction, you can switch places with the vehicle, provided you spend at least one square of movement. The allied pilot is willing and isn't incapacitated. And is willing. This movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks until the start of your next turn. You or the allied vehicle gains a bonus armor class equal to your proficiency bonus. That's pretty cool. Bait and switch. That's 1, 2, 3. What else you got? What you got? Let's go back here to maneuvers. Bonus attack. We already get make an attack with a weapon you're holding with advantage. We can already do that with targeting, so that is unnecessary. No, bonus. Normally we use a bonus action to make an attack, or let's double check our action economy real quick. Hold on. Let's go check our action economy with ship rolls. As a support role, option. Target. Target grants advantage to an attack. It only grants advantage. It doesn't actually make the attack. So let's go with targeted attack. That's a good name. Targeted attack. Make an attack with a ship melee weapon. Ship melee weapon with advantage. When you move your ship as an action, you can channel this power as to prevent triggering opportunity attacks during due to your movement. The first attack you make during or after this movement can roll with advantage. So you gain advantage and disengage for this ability. And it grants advantage to the attack, but it doesn't give you an attack. And I'm down in the rogue, aren't I? Yeah, I need to move back up to the fighter. But we can drop it here for now, and then we can pluck it. Make an attack with a ship melee weapon with advantage. Bait and switch. Should also be fighter. 1, 2, 3. Hopefully this is entertaining for you guys. I'd rather do this on stream than not, because it's just more fun fucking around. So thanks a lot for being here, guys. 1, 2, 3. We only get 3 to start, so we could go with first rank, second rank, third rank, fourth rank. We're going to add higher rank options. Additional options. B. So I only need maybe 6. Let's see, it would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We'll see how that shakes out. Let's see, coordinated attack. You can empower an ally that you can see here to use your reaction to make an opportunity attack with advantage. Because it's target. No, not going to use that. Goad, target you can see that can see or hear you makes attacks against targets other than you with disadvantage. Yeah, I'm not jiving with that one. Reactions. Controlled fall. As a reaction to colliding, you can safely land instead of taking damage. I love that, but that would be a really great rogue thing to have. So we're going to tack that onto the rogue. I get the weird feeling I'm going to fill up rogue options faster than I'm going to fill up fighter options. Controlled crash. As a reaction to colliding, you can safely land instead, taking no damage. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Deflection. As a reaction to when a target you can see that is within reach of your melee attack hits with an attack roll. Oh, I've got ideas. hit with a ship melee attack, as a reaction, you can command a siege crew to fire a ranged siege weapon at the same target. Holy crap, that's cool. We go, what would I call that? So when you hit a target, yeah, when you hit with a ship melee attack, as a reaction, you can command a siege crew to fire a ranged siege weapon at the same target. What would I call that? Layup shots. These titles are horrible. Maybe we'll come up with better ones. If you can think of a better title for any of these, please either just drop them in here in the chat after the effect if you're catching this in the future, in the comments down below. Or if you have access to my, if you're on my Discord, be welcome to drop into the Spelljammer channels and give me better names. I'm also open to flavor text if you want to provide it. And obviously this is going to go into a paid product, so if you do offer something that is valuable and adds value, then obviously you'll have credits in the book as well. Let's see. You gain access to more powerful maneuvers. Select one from below, or select one from the list below, or any maneuver from an earlier level. When you take this archetype, you become proficient in pilot. You can swap. You can swap one maneuver known whenever you gain a level in the fighter class. There. That way you don't just stack up all the 5th rank powers when you get access to them. You can buy into them and sweat things out. There is logic in that progression. What else you got? Controlled crash. Interpose. As a reaction to when an ally within reach of your melee attack takes damage from a source you can see, you can take any portion of the damage and gain resistance to it. That's something that you can... let's see. Here, 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 and here. Layup shot, target attack, grappler, bait and switch. Bop, bop, bop. I want to... how to do... go to defense. Oops. Let's see. Okay. When you choose to take damage for the ship you pilot or the siege crew, when you choose to take damage for the ship you pilot, a siege crew, or a siege crew, you take damage for, how to word this? When you choose to take damage as a pilot for your ship or for your vehicle, or as a commander for your crew, siege, or squadron, you gain, you can use a reaction to take, resist the damage of that, to resist the damage you take. There. The Barbarian gets that all the time, default with Rage. This is a maneuver that the fighter can decide to pick up. That feels like I'm not stepping on toes, because if you want to become resistant all the time, you'll either take like Blade Ward, use Warding Bond as a cleric, or be a Barbarian. Those are like the most practical ways for you to gain resistance to damage that you're going to take. Let's see. Where'd it go? Here we go. So that's kind of taken. Those are reactions. Strikes. When you hit a target with an attack as a bonus action, you cripple the target's movement. The target must use the dash action to move before the beginning of his next turn. Let's see. Oh, duh. This will be easy. Let's see. When you make a pilot check to grapple or break free from grapple, you gain expertise and roll with advantage. Target attack. Let's go with scuttling strike. When you hit with a ship melee weapon attack, when you hit with a ship melee weapon attack, with a ship melee weapon attack, you scuttle the target. Scuttle the target as described in SC and E. Let's go to the document here and let's look up scuttling. Combat. Ship melee weapons. Ship melee reach. Let's go down. Weapons. Ranged weapon attacks. Oop, it's up. Reload. Scuttling. There we go. Thank you. After a melee attack hits a target ship or similar structure with a gravity plane, as a bonus action, you can attempt to suddenly shift its gravity to align with yours, referred to as scuttling. The target must make a strength or dexterity saving throw against a DC 15 or the pilot DC, whichever is higher. If the target ship has more hit points than yours, roll with advantage. If it has fewer hit points, roll with disadvantage. If the save succeeds, the target ship can choose to align its gravity plane with the attacker without any further effect. If the saving throw fails, any creature or object that aren't secured take bludgeoning damage equal to a number of d6s equal to the number of 50-foot spaces the target occupies, minimum of 1. For example, if a hammerhead ship scuttles a wasp ship that occupies a 3x3 space, the crew and objects aboard the wasp ship take 3d6 bludgeoning damage from the collision. If instead the target is a skiff that is smaller than 50 feet, the damage is 1d6. Creatures can use a reaction to brace for impact, taking no damage. Great, so Scuttling Strike. When you hit with a ship melee attack, you automatically, there it is, you automatically scuttle the target and the pilot of the hit ship rolls saves with disadvantage. Nah, I don't need to do that. Because you already have advantage, disadvantage built into it. The fact that you just get the scuttle for free, that is unto itself useful. So that's worth the first rank. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's keep at it. Let's see. Scuttling Strike, and let's see. When you hit with a ship melee weapon attack, when you hit with a ship melee weapon attack, oh god, that's gonna be good. I'm gonna push that to 7th level. Shocking Surge. There we go. When you hit with a charge attack, while charging, if you hit with a ship melee weapon attack, instead of you can choose. How am I trying to word this? Scuttling deal. Shocking Surge while charging. How do I want to word this? How do I word this? Let's go back up to effects of grappling, combat maneuvers. What I want to do is go down into the weapons. And I want to go to ship melee weapons. I want to go look at, not grappling claws, I want to look at rams. Thank you. When a pilot hits with a ram attack, there you go. When you hit with a ram attack, when you hit with a ram attack, you can use a bonus action to force the target pilot to make a saving throw against inertia shock instead of making the normal ram. Instead of the ram is a general term for ship melee weapons that can also be used to make a ram attack, dealing bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage. In addition to making ship melee attacks, rams have the following properties when used in a ram attack. Bludgeoning can scuttle, piercing can grapple, slashing does triple damage, and then none deals, just basically you deal damage. Let's see. So Shocking Surge, when you hit with a ram attack, you can there we go. This is the word I wanted to use. So when you hit with a ram attack, instead of the normal effects of the ram, you can instead use a bonus action to force the target pilot to make a saving throw against inertia shock, as detailed in SC and E. And for those that don't know, I will remind you, inertia shock is at the beginning of the combat chapter. Inertia shock, attempting to shift scales by more than, so you can shift from 5 foot to 50 foot to 500 foot scale to 1 mile scale to 10 mile scale, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000. Sorry, it only goes up to 10,000. So anywhere from 5 feet to 1,000 foot squares is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 degrees of difference. If you try to shift more than 1 degree of scale whenever you use the move action, and you can make multiple move actions per round, just like characters can. But if you attempt to increase or decrease scale more than 1 degree during any movement, you risk inertia shock. Inertia shock is you basically there's too much G-force. It causes you to lose focus. So attempting to shift scale by more than 1 magnitude during a move action. This is an optional rule, but attempting to shift scale by more than 1 magnitude during a move action risks inertia shock. Make a Constitution saving throw against DC 20 plus 1 for each scale of magnitude shifted as listed above. If your cargo or towing weight reduces the number of squares your ship can move, roll with a disadvantage. If you succeed, you shift scale as intended. If you fail, the Spelljammer helm is disabled, you'll lose focus, and you're stunned until the beginning of your next turn. In addition, the ship is scuttled, as detailed in the scuttling section. So, Scuttling Strike was at 3rd level. By 7th level, you can do a Shocking Surge, which is going to scuttle, and it potentially stuns the pilot when you hit them. So, that's better. When you hit with a ram attack, instead of the normal effects of the ram, you can instead use a bonus action to force the target pilot to make a saving throw against inertia shock as detailed in SC&E. There you go. So far, so good. So what? Got Shocking Strike resolved. When you hit a target with an attack, as a bonus action, you cripple the target's movement. The target must use the dash action to move before the beginning of its next turn. Before the beginning of your next turn. I like that. Crippling Strike is good. These are all, for the most part, pilot actions while you're operating as a melee. When you hit a target, when you hit a target with a ship melee attack, as a bonus action, you cripple the target's movement. The target must use the dash action to move before the beginning. The target must use the dash action to move if the target chooses to move. The target cannot use object interaction to move until the beginning of your next turn. So because you're piloting a ship, you're not actually, since you're just sitting in a chair and you're piloting a vehicle, you aren't actually moving. It's the vehicle that's moving. So the action economy that you gain in a round of combat from the movement action, maneuvering your body around the board, for a pilot to maneuver the ship around the board instead of the move action, you use an object interaction. Object interaction is like steering or pushing pedals to go. You're just using object interaction as though it was a move action for your vehicle. So in this instance, Crippling Strike is you can't use object interaction to move until the beginning of your next turn. You could always use your standard action to dash which allows you to move object interaction and then dash action, which on a normal character would be the move action and then dash action. And of course, a rogue has uncanny, what is it, uncanny action or whatever, and cunning action. And as a bonus action can also dash. So the rogue can triple dash. But with this crippling strike, although a rogue could triple dash as a pilot, which is why they're such great pilots, the crippling strike would take object interaction away from the target pilot for the round. So there you go. Not necessarily a useful strike if you're attacking, say, a dragon. Actually, that's a point, because the dragon can move and it can dash, so I do need to word it that way. As a bonus action, you cripple the ship's movement. The target must use the dash action to move. Must use the dash action to move until the beginning of your next turn. Right. That feels like it's missing language, but that's actually complete. Feels like it's missing language. It's in the computer. 11. Let's make sure that's all 12. One, two, three, four. I only technically need 2 more here, and we're okay. I like that. Crippling Strike is good. Disarming Strike, not so necessary. Thundering Strike, not so much. And now let's go down to Sustained Effects. Blind Sense. You are aware of the location of any creature and objects. Power Shield. You can create a defensive field of power that can be wielded as a shield that you are proficient with. The shield hovers. That's a good one. Hold on. Let's go back to ship rolls. Let's see. The defend and deflect actions. Let's look at those as a pilot. Defend. Action or bonus action. Is that true? Defend. Sure is. Defend. Okay, so what does defend do? Increase the ship's AC by an amount equal to your proficiency bonus. Roll with advantage when you take the deflect action. Deflect is a reaction. When your ship is hit by an attack, you can make a pilot check with a DC equal to the attack roll. Succeeding the check turns a hit into a mess. Let's go with powerful deflection. Deflection. When your ship is hit by an attack, you can make a pilot check with a DC equal to the attack roll. Succeeding the check turns a hit into a miss. Powerful deflection. Let's go with skillful. Expert deflection. When you take the deflect action, is that bolded? It shouldn't be. Thank you. You take the deflect action. You can roll against the pilot check with advantage. You take the deflection action as detailed in SC and E. You can roll the pilot check with advantage. That's not bad. 1, 2. As a reaction, detailed, when you hit a target with a ship melee attack, as a bonus action, when you hit a ship melee weapon attack, you automatically scuttle the target as described. You can automatically scuttle the target as detailed. Sculling Strike's pretty good. I think I actually have to push that up to a higher rank. Because we're not charging any, like, there's no mana resources. Sometimes there's no action economy. So let's push these things up to higher ranks. The higher the rank is, the less action economy they have to use. So if they're minor, like advantages or things that you would otherwise already be able to do, then we can look at them as being third rank things. If they're adding significant advantages, then we look at pushing them further up the levels. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bait and switch, crippling strike, expert deflection. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let's see what our 6th will be. We only need 6 at 3rd level, so I'm cool with that. Let's see. Power shield's already in effect. Kind of redundant. Blind sense. You are aware of the location of any. Nah, that doesn't feel right. What else you got? Weapon resistance. We already have that in effect. Let's go with 10th level. We'll go frenzied. No. What do we want to call this? No, let's just call it double strike. When you use your bonus action to make a ship melee attack, when you use your bonus action to make a ship melee attack, you can make 2 attacks instead of 1. There you go. You make 2 attacks, period. Double strike. X. Let's go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2. Let's see, what other cool shit we got going on? Oh, it's resistance, flurry. That one is resolved. Let's see. Bursting strike is pretty nice. Let's take that one to 15th level. Bursting strike. When you hit a target with your ship melee. I don't see it. I don't see the fantasy there. Like, I don't know how to change a spear attack into a burst of spears. I'm not using any real magic here, so that's not going to work. I like the idea of it, but it doesn't jive. I like that. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Blinding attack. Blinding strike. Six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 2. Cool. Okay, so this is the last one I need at third. Blinding strike. When you hit a target with a ship melee attack, as a bonus action, the pilot, the target is blinded until the beginning of your next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's good. And then 1, 2. We need 3, 4. So blinding strike is good. That's other cool shit that we can do. Ooh, moving target's really good. Even the target is using this engage action, its movement is forced. Beep, 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 boop, 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 boom. That'll do. Moving target. And we'll probably put that, let's put that here at 10th. Moving target. When you make an or here we go. When a target moves when a target moves within reach of your ship melee weapons, you can make an opportunity attack against it, even if it is using the disengage action. Even if it remains within reach or uses the disengage action. There you go. So moving target is good. Anticipate's pretty fucking cool. So let's go with anticipate. As a reaction to when a target within reach of your melee weapon, as a reaction to when a target within range of your ship melee weapon or while within range of a readied siege ranged siege weapon that you can see makes an attack. Before they roll to hit, you make an opportunity attack. I hear you. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. You can access more powerful maneuvers. Select one from the list below or any maneuver from an earlier level. Wait a second. Select 3. And then select 2. And then select 1 and select 1. So that'll give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that'll be 9 maneuvers out of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. That's 5, 9, 14, 20. So you'll get 9 maneuvers out of 20 available. How are you doing on time? Okay. Last 20 minutes. 7th level, 1, 2, 3, okay. Let's see what else we got. Anticipate, that's a good one. I like that. Let's see. Downcharting doesn't make much sense. Redirect. As a reaction to when a creature within reach of your melee weapon attack that you can see hits another creature with an attack, you can redirect the attack to target another creature you can see. Yeah, I'm down with that. And some of them feels pretty good for redirect. As a reaction to when a target within reach of your ship melee weapon that you can see hits you with an attack, you can redirect the attack to target to another target you can see within reach of that attack using the same attack. So as a reaction to when a target within reach of your ship melee weapon that you can see hits you with an attack, you can redirect the attack to another target that you can see within reach of that attack using the same attack roll. That would work against both melee and ranged. Reach within your ship, but it has to be within reach of your ship melee weapon. So if you're going to get hit with a barrage of catapults, you can basically shunt the ship so that it pushes offline and fires all the siege weapon attacks would then target in a different direction, presumably in the direction of a target that's within range of the attack. And like a trebuchet, for example, has a let's see, as a reaction, up to 1 mile away is a disadvantage. It'd be the same attack. You'd redirect the attack to another creature that you can see within normal range, within reach or normal range. Of that attack using the same attack roll. So that would mean that it would have to be within normal range, which would already just roll as normal. So you make the attack, you can redirect it. Yeah, that works. As a reaction to a source you can see targeting you with an attack, you create a momentary opaque barrier, granting you full cover against the attack, causing it to automatically miss unless it ignores full cover. The barrier disappears after the... That's really, really good. That's an 18th level power right there. So as a reaction to a source you can see targeting you with an attack, you create a momentary opaque barrier that surrounds your ship, granting you full cover against the attack, causing it to automatically miss unless it ignores full cover. The barrier disappears after the attack. Not bad. Hexproof. As a reaction to when a creature you can see targets you with a spell or magical effect, the creature must succeed a charisma saving throw at disadvantage, or you are unaffected. I kind of like that for the rogue. Stump maneuvers. Is that how the scaffolding works for a rogue? I forget. Let's see. In. 3rd, 9, 13, 3, 9, 13, 17. Da. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, what's another cool mid-level ability? Hexproof for the rogue, approved. I think we're just going to give the rogue straight up assassinating. When you deal damage with a weapon attack with a ship, when you deal damage with a ship melee weapon attack to a target that is yet to act in combat or is unaware of your attack, you can use your bonus action to deal maximum damage, including any damage dice such as sneak attack, including any additional damage, including any sneak attack damage. It would be weak point. When you hit a ship with a, you can deal 1d10. Here we go. When you hit a ship with advantage within, you are a sharp shooter. You can strike vehicles with deadly precision. When you make a ship melee weapon attack or hit with a ranged siege weapon within normal range, you can add your sneak attack damage, rolling d10s instead of d6. For example, a 3rd level stunt pilot that hits a vehicle with a ranged siege weapon can with a sneak attack deals an extra 3d10 damage. There you go. Not perfect wording, but I like it so far. And then we have the stunts. We're gonna have maybe we don't have stunts for the rogue, but this builds a nice kit of stuff that a rogue could do. So weak point and maybe I'm gonna take stunt maneuvers. I can restructure this. I love the idea of control. I'm thinking like cunning pilot instead of cunning action, which would be charge and controlled crash. Something else. Let's go with, yeah, that feels right. Cunning pilot. Charge, controlled crash, and we just need one more. Cunning pilot. While piloting, you can choose the following. You can choose the following actions. You can use the following pilot. There you go. Well, yeah, while piloting a vehicle, you can use the following additional pilot actions. While piloting a vehicle, you can use the following additional pilot actions. Charge. Advantageous charge. No. Remove your vehicle as an action object. You can channel this power. When you move your vehicle as an action, as an action or bonus action, there you go. So it's not just the default move, object movement. You have to eat action economy to do this. So when you move your vehicle as an action or a bonus action, you prevent triggering opportunity attacks due to your movement, and the first attack you make during or after this movement can roll with advantage. And the first attack you make during or after this movement can roll with is rolled with advantage. There. Charge, controlled crash. There's got to be something else. Let's find the other thing. I know there's something else in here. Grappler, charge. Bait and switch isn't right. There it is, evasive maneuvering. Wait, when do we get uncanny dodge or evasion? When does a rogue get evasion? Class features. Evasion clicks in at 7. All right, so invasive maneuvering, 9. While piloting, when you succeed a dexterity saving throw to reduce damage, you and your ship take no damage. If you fail, each takes half. Stunt pilot, let's see. Let's see, hyper, there we go, hyper awareness. That's what we'll call it. Cunning pilot. Weak point. There's gotta be another movement thing we can take advantage of in here. Evasive damage is good. Phase attack is super sweet at higher levels. Bait and switch, keen, phase, swift, strike. Hypertunistic is really, really sweet for a fighter, so we'll add that. That feels nice. When you use your reaction against a target, when you use a reaction to make an opportunity attack against the target, an opportunity attack, you can make an additional attack against the provoking target as part of the same reaction. So I need 1 here, I need 2 here, and I need 1 here. I'm still looking for that other movement. Oh, controlled fall, of course. Where is it? Did I already have that? Oh, controlled crash. I already have it. Dirt. So what's the next thing? I need 1 more thing. Reaches 0 on the attack. When the attack rolled, the attack is re-rolled. Nah. No. 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 Nope. Ah, crap. All right. Well, I am out of time. Blurble. All right. Quick look. Anything here? Anything here? Stance, dash, dodge, disengage. Nope. Grappling, elemental resistance, celerity, frenzy. Damn. Is there anything that's low-hanging fruit here real quick? Charge, so I can move. Opportunity attacks, do the movement. And the first attack action to make, I make during or after movement is rolled with advantage. Let's see. Let's see. Crash, pacing, savvy pacing. There we go. Found it. While pacing a target, roll. You can make a saving throw. You can make a dexterity saving throw. Dexterity saving throw. DC 15 to you can make a dexterity saving throw while pacing a target. If you would normally collide with an object while pacing a target, if you would normally collide with an object, if you would collide with an object, if you would normally collide, if you would collide with an object, okay, so savvy pacing, if you would collide with an object while pacing a target, you can instead make a dexterity saving throw, DC 15, to avoid the collision and maintain and continue to reposition, avoiding the collision and continue pacing. If you fail, you end pacing as normal. Okay, so here's what pacing is. And this will be my last thing, we'll be done. Control F, pacing. Here we go. Pacing. All right, this is pacing. So pacing is as a reaction. So if a ship is moving away from you, or if a ship is moving at all, you could use your reaction to, instead of, like, normally you can disengage to, like, prevent opportunity attacks while you move. And you can make reactions to make opportunity attacks against creatures under whatever circumstances, like if they try to get out of your reach without disengaging. A reaction you can use is called pacing. And so what that does is that when a ship attempts to move, when a ship moves, as a reaction, you can set your distance away from that ship. So it doesn't gain any distance, it doesn't close any distance. You stay locked in position relative to it while you move. So if it moves, you move. As you can see in the depiction here, this is the distance between this ship and this ship here at A and B. And if this ship moves forward, if you're pacing it, you would run into the rock. So using this savvy pacing, you would be able to make a saving throw, DC 15, to re-maneuver your ship so that you would not collide and can continue to pace the target. That's the idea there. We'll work on it. I think the wording can be improved. It's a difficult concept in general, so we might have to simplify it. Pacing's already pretty fringe, but I like that. So I think that's pretty good. Hyper awareness, evasive maneuvering, 13th, 17th. Okay, yeah, so far so good. We didn't quite finish the fighter because I'm working both of them at the same time. I'm okay with that. We still need one at 7th, and we need 2. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We still need 2 more at 15th, and we need 1 more at 18th. We'll get them. So we're going to come back and we'll work on this again. We'll probably work on this again next Wednesday. So that's going to be it for now. Again, this document's in the description down below, and we're going to be back tomorrow morning to continue working on the Eberron sinkhole trap map, and we'll be back tomorrow night to work on Spelljammer, the Vocath Battle Crab, the 500-foot super ship, and then Friday we'll be back, and then Saturday morning we're going to be back, and we're going to continue working on martial powers on Saturday morning. So Friday at lunch we're going to work on martial powers as well. So tomorrow morning, tomorrow night, Friday morning, Friday lunch, and then Saturday morning, and then we'll skip Sunday and we'll be back on Monday. So that's where we're at right now, guys. If you think this stuff is cool, stick around, check out my Discord, swing by, say hi, consider picking up some books. They're all free preview, but they all have assets that you can use that come along with them, and buying a book encourages me to make more. So thanks a lot, guys. I will see y'all on the other side.